Kevin Stefanski fired, man. And which we all kind of expected. But on the other hand, general manager Andrew Berry is safe. Andrew Berry has another season. Woo! They're giving Andrew Berry another season to prove his worth. And seems like he will be leading the search for a new head coach. This was a difficult decision, and today is a tough day for our organization because of the impact Kevin has had and the deep, meaningful relationship he has built across our building. We have great respect for Kevin, who has led our organization through both unique and challenging circumstances over his 6 seasons. Over that time, he has been more than a coach, but also a partner, friend, and stabilizing force for our team. He has always led authentically and cared deeply for the Browns players, coaches, and staff, all while investing every ounce of energy into improving the team daily. Most recently, Kevin's steady hand led us through the most turbulent part of our tragic pivot and transitional period, working with a young team, imperfect roster. He led a foundation of professionalism while also creating an environment of learning for a new wave of Brown players. I am disappointed that we could not accomplish more together, and the collective underperformance of our group is something I own. We will remain steadfast in our commitment to our fans and building the Browns into an organization that sustains success. Now our attention turns to the search for the person to lead and develop what will be a young offense with heavy investment over the next 6 months to match and build our performance of a young defense that is already playing at an elite level. And that's where Andrew Berry comes in, baby. Andrew Berry is still here to help lead this search for a new coach and to help build this team. Man. You know, I really feel like Kevin Stefanski never had any intentions to play Shedeur. No, not at all. He never had any intentions. I believe Kevin Stefanski got word that his job was in jeopardy from a horrible start to the season. And at that point, when he played Shedeur, he had no choice but to give Shedeur a fair shot at that point, you know? Even after Dylan Gabriel suffered that concussion that, I don't know, I never saw the concussion happen, but even after Dylan Gabriel suffered that concussion, I don't think Kevin Stefanski would have played Shedeur if his job wasn't in jeopardy. But there's always a scapegoat in every situation, and the blame goes to Kevin Stefanski. And the owner, Jimmy Haslam, is just ecstatic with Andrew Berry, baby. He is totally fine with Andrew Berry.
Or why didn't you change Andrew and not Kevin? And I would say this, I think Andrew, over the last year, has done a very good job. And I want to go through that because I think it's important to talk about the moves he made to strengthen our team, okay? I think it began with what I would call a very efficient free agency. We added one player, and that player made a substantial difference in our football team, and that was Malik Collins. And Malik is not only a really good player, he's a really good person who is a leader on our defense, a leader in the defensive line room. Andrew negotiated a trade a week or two before the draft started, in which we added 3.
Oh, he negotiated a trade. Andrew Berry. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Berry negotiated a trade.
Draft picks, 2 last year, a second and a fourth or a fifth, and a first this year, okay? Then I think we had one of the better drafts that we've ever had. I think we added 4 really good football players who were either first team.
Defense is strong, baby. Keep building. We need some offense.
All rookie or second team all rookie. And I think Carson has a really good chance to be the NFL Rookie of the Year, defensive Rookie of the Year. I think what's important to understand about our rookies, though, and you all see them, you all know them, they're not only really good players, they're really good people. And they will be the cornerstone with which we'll build and grow and develop this.
Hello. We heard enough. That will be the cornerstone where they will build and grow because he have some phenomenal rookies on that team. But notice how Jimmy Haslam mentions all the good things about Andrew Berry. about what he did, but failed to talk about the worst trade in the history of the NFL.
I was gonna ask about that. Isn't Andrew? What's his name? Drew Barry.
Andrew Barry. He's responsible for giving all the draft picks away for Deshaun Watson, and also giving the worst contract out ever given in the NFL.
And they
don't want to mention that. He doesn't want to tell the world that Andrew Barry is responsible for all this going on with Deshaun Watson. Now, Deshaun Watson, I'm happy for the brother. He got his money. It's guaranteed. He's protected. Hey, do your thing, brother. You know what I mean? I hope he could come back and regain, everything he used to have. I'm a Deshaun Watson fan, and I just don't understand how he fell off so bad. But that goes to a whole other subject when we're talking about how he's fallen off so bad, but we'll get into that. You know what I mean?
But also, they had 7 quarterbacks getting paid this year.
Exactly.
So they paying like 3 quarterbacks that's on different teams. They still get money from
he's happy with Andrew Barry. Like, Andrew Barry wasn't the problem for having all these quarterbacks on the roster and still on these quarterback money. You know what I mean? Now, Stefanski, to know that this is a make or break season, his job, his career, everything is on the line, and him to start Dillon Gabriel before he starts Shedeur, that completely tells me something is going on between that relationship with Kevin Stefanski and Dillon Gabriel. I don't know, man. It tells me they're a ride or die type of relationship, man. And the connection must come from the agent. But you mean to tell me you're going to put Dillon Gabriel on the field and with your job on the line? Man, he got some balls. He got some balls.
He really believed. He really believed.
He really believed. I don't know what he was believing. He was believing his agent. That's what he was believing. He wasn't believing the scouts and what he was watching. You know what I mean? But a new coach coming to town for the Cleveland Browns, what does that mean for Shedeur Sanders? What does that mean, y'all? It's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily good for Shedeur. But in this scenario, Shedeur still can thrive and remain the starting quarterback. But during this last game of the season for Shedeur, man, he was off a little bit, man. He was off in this finale. And last game for Shedeur, pretty much every game is, but especially the last game, you want to leave a good impression to the owner, the general manager, the next head coach, and so on and so forth. Something was kind of off, and he talked about, his mental and things he had to overcome, the challenges, being in that position that he hasn't been in, probably never in his career, But it was good also to see Shedeur. It was good that he was able to put together a game-winning drive and lead the Browns to victory. That's always a plus. He showed up. And he showed the ability to lead the team when it counted the most. So that's definitely something to commend Shedeur on. And
you got any ideas who could be a good coach for the Browns that can handle that situation that they have?
You know what that mean right there?
What that mean?
I'm about to say something.
Who should be the next coach for the Cleveland Browns?
Hey, don't kill the messenger. Don't kill the entertainer, baby. This is say what needs to be said. And I'm just telling you, Coach Prime already made his rounds in the facilities, and he chopped it up with owner already. He came in to the Browns facility with his meat coat on, and he pulled up in his Rolls Royce. He's sitting in the owner's boxes and all those good things. So you better understand that Coach Prime know how to get in where he fit in. You know what I mean? And Coach Prime could possibly be the next head coach for the Cleveland Browns. It's a strong possibility. Don't count it out.
That would be nice. That would be nice to see.
Now, I do think it's a long shot. It's a long shot. I do believe it's a long shot. But if Jimmy Haslam believes in Shedeur and want to increase the revenue for the Cleveland Browns, and also the attention, bring more attention to the team, Coach Prime is your man. Better take a shot at Coach Prime. Why not? If he wants to, sell out the stadium every week, you want to sell out, you want.
He'll have that LeBron effect, man. You know, when LeBron went to Cleveland, the whole Cleveland started flourishing and their businesses and all that stuff because LeBron showed up.
Everything dealing with the Cleveland Browns goes up. Everyone is making more money now. But if he believes in Shedeur, man, Coach Prime is the man. I'm just gonna put that out there. If he believes in Shedeur, Coach Prime is the man. But moving forward, that's because we all know that's a long shot. But moving forward, the new coach usually wants to draft a new quarterback, a quarterback that they raised up under their wing and let them start in their system. But the good thing for Shedeur, the talent of that quarterback in this draft isn't strong at all. And being stuck with Deshaun Watson for another season helps Shedeur's situation out as well. Because Cleveland Brown offense is hard to thrive in. Not too many quarterbacks thrive in that offense. Not too many quarterbacks have had success in that system, right? And we've seen Joe Flacco leave Cleveland, go right to Cincinnati, and put career numbers up while he struggled in Kevin Stefanski's offense.
That probably played a part of the firing too. Like, he went over there and started getting yards. Why you can't do that over here?
Yeah.
For the worst team, honestly.
Yeah, so I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be safe for another season. Being that the situation with Deshaun Watson, they owe him a buku of cash. So let me tell you, one thing is for sure. The starting quarterback role won't just be handed to Shedeur Sanders based on his draft position. When you're a 5th round draft pick, they're not handing you anything until you sign you another contract. It's all about money. It's all about money. And he's welcome to any competition. You know what I mean? He will definitely have to compete with someone for that job, whether it's Deshaun Watson, they sign a quarterback in free agency, or whatever. But they better not draft another quarterback. I'm just telling you that. And the next thing that helps Shedeur out is the Browns. The Browns cannot draft another quarterback. I don't care if Peyton Manning, Tom Brady is the next quarterback in this draft. They cannot draft another quarterback. If the freaking Cleveland Browns draft another quarterback in this draft, I will lose my mind.
Especially a high draft pick with that what they got, the top 10 pick somewhere in there. Especially they can't do it right there.
I think they had number 9, and they slated. They're talking about taking a receiver. Definitely need a receiver somewhere offensive, probably receiver, offensive line. 2 main positions that they need to attack the most, man. And Cleveland Browns, man. Man. And we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see who the Cleveland Browns hire next. I don't see anyone throwing Bill Belichick's name out there, particularly to this Cleveland Browns job, but his name is going up, and they're talking about Belichick being a head coach again in the NFL, which I don't think he has the wits. I don't think he has the leadership characteristics anymore. He definitely don't have Tom Brady. So it's like these owners, man, they're so caught up with dealing with old coaches, old people who've been around so long. It's time for some fresh energy. It's time for some new coaches with new ideas, new way of looking at the game, and fresh plays, fresh abilities, fresh ideas, man. It's like get rid of the old, continue to recycle and bring in these old guys who only going to do what they've been doing their career. They're not changing anything, you know.
Yeah, I just found out Sean McVay, he been an NFL head coach for 9 years and he only 39. He not even 40 yet.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he went
man.
to 2 Super Bowls and head coach for 9 years. I'm like, damn, they hired him as a 30-year-old to be a head coach. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. We had turn up tonight, man. No Monday night game tonight. It's wild card weekend, man, and we wondering who's going to make it to Super Bowl. Shout out Joanna, man. She always showing up, man. I see you pulled up, man, and they talking about the Cleveland Browns need to trade Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, man, I don't know, man. He's one of those players up in the air, man. What do you do with him? But a new coach will not tolerate the things that Jerry Jeudy had going on out there on and off the field, or on the field, on the sideline. But Jerry Jeudy, man, he's a Florida boy. He's from the crib, man. I hope he could bounce back and figure this shit out, man.